Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studios series number 3, 03 Deluxe Class Crowbar. Now this figure is a figure that I've been wanting for a long period of time and is actually way better than the Studio Series 30 crankcase, and actually they are the same mold. So in this video we're going to be talking about Crowbar. We're going to review him. We're going to take a look at some of the paint applications and all the parts and what makes this figure worth it. And I do recommend buying it, and you can get this figure on HasbroPulse.com. I currently just bought this figure a few days ago, and yes, it is safe to buy from. Just use PayPal if you have any doubt, but other than that, Hasbro Pulse is safe. In this video, we're going to be doing some comparing, take a look at the box and backdrop, and then finally transform Crowbar. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of Crowbar's features that make this figure way better than Studio Series crankcase. Now, some figures of Crowbar that I really did find interesting, some features about Crowbar that I found interesting is all the paint applications and the molding. If you look closely on his head, let me just wait for my camera to focus. You can see all of his 8 individual eyes, and if you look near the mouth, you can see the little teeth in the back. And I do appreciate what Hasbro has done for this figure of the head sculpting, how they made it accurate. As paint application goes, I think that everything here looks nice, although I would have painted it with different silver painting. The redness on the kneecaps are nice. I do like that. The feet are amazing. It looks completely accurate to the movie, although there are some hollow areas right here that would be filled in, but that is okay. I think that is just for the transformation. And the hands as well, they do look amazing. The inside of the palm of the hands are shaded in red, and on the sides they are a mixture of red and gray, and then on the outside they are finally gray. Now the sculpting of the head is quite amazing. If you look closely, you can see the teeth, as I said earlier. If you just look really closely right here, you can see all of the teeth. The eyes are amazing. And now let's take a look at the back. The back is amazing, and all these little string hair thingies, I forgot what they're called, but are amazing, and everything about this figure is good. I do recommend this figure, but one thing that I did not like is that my figure did come a little bit loose, but other than that, it is okay. I believe you can fix. As far as the accessories go, they are accurate to the film, as he does throw these at Ironhide and Sideswipe in the film. I believe it was him or Crankcase that threw it, but these accessories are good. Although I would have if I was Hasbro and I released this figure, I would have put some more weapon accessories, such as the guns that he used in the film and everything, and to make this figure even more accurate. And now, just to get those pieces, you gotta go on eBay and look for custom upgrade kits and stuff, which I personally don't really like getting the custom made ones. But anyways, that's the only way to get the guns for Studio Series Crowbar and Crankcase. Now let's move on to the comparison part of our video, which we are going to compare Studio Series Crowbar to Studio Series Crankcase, and I'm going to show you why I like Crowbar more than Studio Series Crankcase. So without further ado, let's take a look at Studio Series Crankcase compared to Studio Series Crowbar. And so here we have Studio Series Crowbar and Crankcase. So the reason I like Crowbar more than Crankcase is that Crowbar is accurate. As the molding goes for everything, Crowbar's head and the body is accurate. The same applies to Crankcase. Everything is accurate except the head. That is one reason I did not like this figure. The figure sculpting and the hands were the same mold as this one, but they were just shaded in yellow. And they could have added more silver paint applications, and right here they're shaded in goldish yellowish, and I believe that everything right here was shaded in different colors. And if they were gonna make this figure, they could have at least put the premier berserker figure for Crankcase, but Hasbro used the laser route and just kept making multiples of this one and just repainted it and stuff. So that is the one reason I don't like Crankcase, and Crowbar is better. So this video is about Crowbar and not about Crankcase. So you can make iconic movie scenes with these figures, although I would have gotten a different head for Crankcase, The mold is good for crankcase, but not the head. The head is just Crowbar's head, is just Crowbar's head on Crankcase's body. And also there should have been some spikes on his shoulders. And I did not tell you in my original review on Crankcase of what was missing, and what mostly was missing was the head sculpt and the shoulders. So that was just one setback that I did not like of Studio Series Crankcase. Well, Crowbar is better than Crankcase. I personally would pick Crowbar for like more iconic movie scenes and not Studio Series Crankcase. So, moving on to our next size comparison, here we have Studio Series Dino with Studio Series Crowbar. And right here we can see the size matches between these two figures, as they did share one iconic movie scene where Dino does latch onto Hatchet and Crowbar does initiate the first attack of the Dreads against the Autobots. So you can make iconic movie scenes with these figures. And for another size comparison, here we have Studio Series Sideswipe, who did in fact fight Crowbar and Crankcase in the film. So you can create iconic movie scenes with these figures. And if you do have Ironhide, as unfortunately at the moment I do not, as many retailers and eBay are trying to sell Ironhide for more than $100, which is actually pathetic to spend $100 on a figure that's actually $30. Well, and anyways, you can use Ironhide to create iconic movie scenes between Crankcase, Crowbar, Sideswipe, Dino, Bumblebee, and Sideswipe. So that concludes our size comparison segment of this video. So without further ado, let's take a look at Crowbar's box and some of the features it has, and yeah, some of the features Crowbar's box has and the backdrop, and we'll take a look at that. So here is Crowbar's box. Now, if we take a look at Crowbar's box, it matches the exact the CGI form of Crowbar matches the exact toy form, and I do really like that. Although I would have made the hands I would have had the hands in a position where they would have open and closed. So right here we can see a nice CGI of Crowbar, the same backdrop we do get for the Studio Series Dino, Crowbar, Transformers Dark of the Moon. Here's a closer picture of him, number 3, Studio Series, and on the back of the box shows the contents where Crowbar's iconic movie scene is the high-speed chase of the Autobots and the Dreads, and right here it says Crowbar obliterates oncoming obstacles to reach the Autobots. So if you do remember in the film, Crowbar threw himself over a freeway sign and is ready to attack the Autobots in pursuit of Sentinel Prime. And here in the bottom of the box, I do really like the older Transformers Studio Series, as they did advertise the figures that are a little before and a little after, as Studio Series 47 was the last one to advertise. I do like that they are advertising. Right here we can see Bumblebee, Stinger, and Ratchet, number 1, 2, and 4. This is Studio Series number 3, and I am planning to get these figures only if I could find a good price, because I don't want to get these figures at an expensive price, as many people on eBay are selling these figures too much, and they're just trying to rob you. And the last side of the box shows Crowbar with the Autobot logo up there, and the full CGI model that we see here. So without further ado, let's take a look at Crowbar's backdrop and see how you can position Crowbar onto his backdrop. So here is Crowbar's backdrop, and here is one way you can position Crowbar that I do like, is that in the film, when he did throw himself over here, he did just do like a 360 spin, and then you can position him in a sort of formation that looks like he is getting thrown, or he's jumping, or whatever. So that is one way you can position Crowbar, or another way you could just position him as any other Studio Series. As you could position them in the backdrop. Personally, I think the backdrop is nice. It's the same one we do get for Dino. So if you do have your Studio Series Dino figure, there is no difference between the backdrops. So technically, the backdrop was just reused for Studio Series Dino, as this figure was released before Dino and Crankcase. And the reason I said Crankcase is because Hasbro copied the mold for Crowbar and then just applied it to Crankcase, which was pretty disappointing, and that is why crankcase is so cheap nowadays, and nobody really likes crankcase that much. So without further ado, let's get to the transformation process of Studio Series Crowbar. The transformation process of Crowbar is the exact same as crankcase. As I did not show the crankcase transformation, this one kind of makes up for Crowbar and crankcase, so follow along with me so you can transform Crowbar into his, I believe it's a Chevy Suburban car. You can in 20 steps. So without further ado, let's transform Crowbar. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is just straighten out all the limbs and everything. Then and then you're gonna notice when you take him out of the box, these hairs are gonna be inside here. So just simply have them like this. And then the first thing you're gonna have to do is get the arms and then fold in his hands like this. They may be tight if you get them new, so just fold them in like that. Unfold the window doors like this. Then after that, peg this up, and then fold it like so. Fold it like this. Make sure the head is straight as you are transforming it. Just fold it up like this. Then after that, you're gonna have to twist this piece right here. The wheel at the end is gonna have to go back like this. You're gonna do the same process this side, so just do that, and then make sure the tab right here that you do see right here, make sure it does push inside this little slot right here. So just simply peg it in there and there, and then now you're gonna do the same process to the other side. So just do the same process, just peg it in like so, and there. You have the back of Crowbar now complete. So now to move on to the front. Now you're going to lift this piece like this. Then after that, you're going to take this entire region down. Make sure it does collapse. It does collapse down here. And then these separate ones, you're going to have to make sure they do tab it into this little empty space right here. Make sure that they do tap in right here. Just push them inside right there. Put the hairs down like this. Put the hairs down like this. Make sure that this is remained tabbed in. Then make sure you unfold the back part right here, as it may deattach. Just simply reattach it like so, and just simply pop it in like this. Just simply pop it in right here. Make sure it aligns properly for the transformation, and just peg it in, as it will be kind of difficult as the hairs will be getting in the way. Just simply hold them down like this with one hand, as it is kind of hard to transform it because they do want to separate, because the hairs are just want to be up and separated. So it is a bit hard at this step. So, and this is actually my first time transforming Crowbar, and it's the exact same way you would transform Crankcase. So pretty much it is pretty easy, and what's it called? Yeah, it's pretty easy. So just simply pop this in right here, and then just, if these pieces do deattach, make sure that they do peg inside right there. Do the same process to the other side and make sure that they do peg inside there. They do have the tendency to deattach and fold in and everything. That is one thing that I did find annoying with the mold of the car, but other than that, it is a great figure. So just make sure everything tabs in nicely and appropriately. Make sure everything just goes inside. Make sure that this is just folded like this if you want. That is an option. You have to fold it in like that. So you could just have it like this. As you did notice that the piece did fall off right now. So it is simple to reattach and just put it back in. So simply, you do see this little circular little area right here. It is just gonna slide into right here, to this region right here, and I do feel like these pieces just have a mind of their own and don't want to attach with each other and anything. So what's it called? So just simply keep trying, as it is kind of difficult to attach in the transformation process. Just simply there, as now it is finally pegged in. You can move forward to the doors and the windshield. So this piece right here, you're gonna have to lift up this piece like so. Make sure it tabs in right here. Do the same process right here. Make sure that the front lights tab in like that. The doors as well, just make sure that they do tab inward like that. And then finally all of the pieces, make sure that they're all pegged in. Be gentle toward the back as they do have a tendency to detach. And there. Now you have Studio Series Crowbar fully transformed into his Chevy Suburban form. So now just taking a look at it, it is a little bit better than Crankcases because it does have the Decepticon logo. And actually, if you both have them transformed, the one with the Decepticon logo, you already know that it is Crowbar, and Crankcase is the one without the Decepticon logo. So you also have the option of moving these hairs downward like this. Although I do find it not able to do, so I just simply leave them out like this, and then you can make stop motions with these figures if they were driving or something, and I do recommend this figure. It is a great figure. In fact, it's one of the best one of the first Studio Series figures to get, and now with the accessories, the arms do have a slot right here, so you're just gonna have to attach them like so. Just make sure that there is a peg right here, so just make sure it does go inside this slot right here. If it doesn't work on one piece, try the other one, and then just peg it in on the other side as well. So there. Now you have Crowbar fully decked out with his weapons. Although I don't think this seems like all that great. I would have just left it without the weapons and kept the weapons somewhere safe. So that concludes our transformation process. So now without further ado, let's untransform Crowbar and give my final thoughts about this figure. So simply unattach everything that you did connect, as it was kind of hard to do. So just unattach everything, and then just make sure everything does detach. It is pretty easy to untransform it, as transformation was a bit frustrating, but other than that, the untransformation is pretty simple. So just unattach the arms like this. Make sure that they're facing out like that. Try to peg out the hands like this. Just simply slide it out, just right there. Just do the same process to the other side. So you're gonna have to tab it out like that again, and then make sure that these solo pieces are downward, and then you can have this piece facing out like that. So you can have the hairs positioned in any way you like. So personally, I would put them inside so that it could be easier to keep inside, like so that they won't get in the way. But outside looks better. It looks like he did jump off somewhere, and then they did like fly. They're flying out or something. So personally, I think that this form does look good and everything. As transformation goes, it is pretty simple and everything. So my final thoughts about this figure: I do recommend this figure. It is an amazing figure. Although the transformation does seem a bit what's it called? Difficult. As this figure is actually one of the first Transformers Studio Series figures to be released, and it was released in 2018, and right now we're in 2021. So one thing that like many people were like, why is he doing a Crowbar video right now? It's because I wasn't into collecting that much until this year and last year, and that's when I started collecting more figures and everything. So as getting Crowbar, this is a good figure. I do recommend this figure. The paint applications are great on this figure. The molding is great on this figure, so I do recommend this figure. You can purchase him on Hasbro Pulse for $20, yeah. Free shipping on orders over $50, so you can get this figure for $20 on Hasbro Pulse. So that about concludes our Crowbar video. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment. Don't forget to share with your friends, like and subscribe. Leave a nice comment, and I will see you at our next Transformer Studio Series review, which may be about Megatron or another figure. So that concludes our video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and goodbye. Thanks for watching and goodbye.